This is case number SP 1466520, People versus Michael Harris. Names for the record.
Jane Carver on behalf of Mr. Harris.
Truth Science appearing on behalf of YouTube, Your Honor.
Can you state your name? Mr. Harris, can you state your name?
We can't hear you, Mr. Harris.
Oh, shoot. Hold on one moment. Okay. There we go. Keep falling for some reason.
You balancing it on something?
Yeah.
Okay. We can. I think.
Ah.
Go ahead. Just state your name.
On and for the record. Hold on, put my light on. Oh shoot, my light went out.
This dude is dropping his phone. Now his light went out. You already could tell that this is going to be a complete train wreck.
I can see. On and for the record, all rights reserved without prejudice, I, Mikael Eric Harris, beneficiary and sovereign principal of the Sesque Trust, am here by special appearance participating under threat, duress, fraud, coercion, harassment, and extortion, not submitting to the court's jurisdiction.
Excuse me, sir, but what in the doohickey are you talking about?
All right. So, I'm not trying to harass you or threaten you or anything. If you don't want to participate, then I'll just, you're responding to my call of this case. So, if you're not participating, then we don't need you to, it'll be as if you're not here. As
Okay,
if Michael, let me just say, as if Michael Eric Harris is not here. That's on this ticket.
Eric Harris is the trust. I'm the beneficiary of that trust. And you and the courts are the fiduciaries.
Yeah, that's all I can do is move. If you move forward, if you're saying that you are Michael Eric Harris.
The
If
beneficiary.
you're not saying that, I'm just going by the ticket. I didn't make the ticket. So I just, so if you who's on the screen now responding to the case I called are not saying that you are Michael Eric Harris, then I can't move forward.
If this individual who's supposed to be a man isn't the person that's supposed to be here in court today, Your Honor, just issue a warrant for that man's arrest, because that means he didn't show up. So you can issue a warrant for failure to show up. It's that simple. Stop playing games with this fool.
Okay, well,
Okay.
what I'm saying is that your officer made a citation according to the trust.
That's not my officer. I have nothing to do with the officer, just so you know. The court.
For the court, for it to be there, for me to be here today under this situation, it had to come from somewhere. That's the reason why I'm here. Y'all summons the trust, and that's the reason why I'm here. I'm the beneficiary of that trust.
Okay, we didn't summons a trust. We summons a person of Michael Eric Harris, but it was generated because an officer who is not part of the court issued a citation or issued a ticket. So
Well, that officer started a suit against the trust. That officer started a suit against the trust with the all caps name. And that all caps name is the reason why the beneficiary is here, because I'm the photographic I'm the photographic representation of the beneficiary of that trust.
You're the photographic beneficiary of that trust. Once again, sir, what in the doohickey are you talking about?
And there was no crime committed, and failure to present the court a case deprives the court of jurisdiction against me, being a sovereign principal of the Sesque Trust, who hereby moves this court to dismiss the complaint filed by the officer or policy officer for failure to present a cause of action or crime.
All right, thank you. Ms. Mason, do you have anything to state?
For the record, Your Honor, Dia Mason, attorney for the city of Detroit. The charges against Mr. Michael Harris, the beneficiary of the trust, the charges are license, improper license, unregistered vehicle, no valid insurance. At this time, is Mr. Harris amenable or agreeable to taking any kind of offer or amended on the charges?
No offer. I sent in some documents of conditional acceptance. And may I ask who may be the prosecutor? Have the name of the prosecutor?
Dia, D-I-A, Mason, M-A-S-O-N.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Mason.
I guess what I'm saying is I can't move forward saying he's Michael Eric Harris. So I don't know if you're trying to resolve no one can stand in Michael Eric Harris's stead, but Michael Eric Harris, not as anything else. So I want to be careful because I don't want to impose something on you that isn't you and you're not acquiescing. So let me just say this. I'll say this. It is my understanding that you're not looking for any legal help from a licensed attorney, because that's the only person who would be able to stand in the stead of Michael Eric Harris and move forward on his behalf. Although on misdemeanor matters, the person has to come in as well, the actual defendant.
Well, we know a person is a person, place, or thing, which is a noun. A building could be a person. A building could be a person.
Person, noun, human individual. This fool just really said a building can be a person. Sir, are you sure you want to represent yourself if you can't even get something that simple correct? Are you sure?
A building could be a person. Anything could be a person. So the trust is the person that you're referring to with all caps. That's the person that you're referring to. I'm the beneficiary of that trust. So like I say again, who I hereby move this court to dismiss this complaint filed by the policy officer for failure to present a cause of action or crime. There was no crime committed.
All right. No, that's not the issue. Whether it was committed, that's what ultimately happens. But they have initiated a citation,
Which is a suit.
with I can just finish. That says the charges are driving while license not valid or improper license, driving an unregistered or untitled motor vehicle, and driving a motor vehicle without proper insurance. And all of the statutes are stated. So the court would be not dismissing anything. If you're not moving forward with it, because you're not participating as Michael Eric Harris, and the only person who can represent Michael Eric Harris is Michael Eric Harris or a Michigan licensed attorney. It's my understanding that the person in front of me that's visible on the screen, meaning you, sir, it has declined to have attorney representation. Is that correct? I just want to make sure that's clear because that's what the
I don't need an attorney nor a lawyer, but according to American Jurisprudence, Volume 11, commerce to constitutional law, copyright 1940, 11 Amjur subsection 329 states, constitutional law 2, liberty paragraph 4, personal liberty largely consists of a right of locomotion to go where and when one pleases, only so far restrained as the rights of others may make it, necessary for the welfare of all other citizens, but I'm a sovereign principle, the right of a citizen to travel upon the public highways and to transport his property thereon by horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile is not a mere privilege which may be permitted or prohibited, which you call a license, but at will, but a common right, which he has under his right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness under this constitutional guarantee. Under this constitutional guarantee, one may therefore, under normal conditions, travel at his inclinations along the public highways or in public places, and while conducting himself in an orderly and decent manner, neither interfering with nor disturbing another's rights, he will be protected not only in his person, but in his safe conduct. I am not a citizen, I am a sovereign principle. I'm a sovereign free man. I'm not a citizen of this corporation in order to be under your jurisdiction.
It's quite hilarious that he just read all of that and he clearly doesn't understand what he's reading. And then at the end, he says that he is a sovereign, what did he say? Sovereign free man or something to that effect. So only those rules apply to citizens, but because you want to claim you're a sovereign, none of that applies to you. And the courts don't have jurisdiction over you. Well, if that were true, why did you even bother showing up to court since the U.S. has no jurisdiction over you? You should have just went about your merry way. You should have went about your day like you didn't even have a court date today. So your whole ideology is just ass backwards. It literally makes no sense, sir. You were born here in the United States, so you are in fact a citizen, and there is no two ways around that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Harris. I think that's it. I am not able, based on that, to dismiss this case against Michael Eric Harris. And if you aren't that person, then maybe it won't matter to you. So I appreciate you, and thank you for putting those things on the record. And I think that ends the case. That ends the, I'm sorry, not the case, the docket.
Yes, and I have presented to this here is the beneficiary of the trust, and you have that information there, and you can look it up and
I don't, just so that you know, in my file, I don't have anything but the offer from the prosecutor and this from, and the ticket. So
well,
that
I placed this on the docket February 24th.
Okay, thank you.
This is for
I don't know
case
this. So, Mr. Harris,
139262221 and SP 139926222. I placed them on the docket February 24th, 2023.
I don't want to call you because you're not saying that you are the person that's on this ticket, but just for clarification, this is the person on that ticket.
Let me just say,
can I just say, for clarification and for the record, the only case that's before the court right now is case number SP 1466520, counts 1, 2, and 3. People versus Michael Eric Harris. And so that's all I'm doing. So thank you. So whatever, if you filed something, and just so you know, this was issued after whatever you filed. This is issued on May 31st, 2023. and it may have been for another matter. That matter is not in this file for the.
Okay, I will make sure that matter gets in that file. Plus, I've sent that officer a conditional acceptance as well as yourself, as well as the building. I've sent a conditional acceptance with all matters pertaining into it. I'm innocent of all matters at hand.
That's okay. Thank you. I don't know what to tell you. I can't move forward if you're not wanting to move forward at all concerning the way we process the cases. So there's no issue about beneficiary or trust or anything like that. So thank you for placing all that on the record, Mr. Harris. Well, I don't know if you're Mr. Harris, but sir, thanks for placing that on the record. And you have a great day. And I don't know if I set a show cause or a capias because the person who's appearing here is not wanting to participate as Michael Eric Harris at all in the matter. So you take care, but we heard everything you had to say and we placed it. It's been placed on the record.
Well, let me ask a question. Dia Mason is the prosecutor, am I correct?
She just said that.
Okay. Who is the clerk? Who is the head clerk over the courts, if you don't mind me asking?
The head clerk.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. Why don't you go on the court website, sir, to get that information,
Okay.
which is www. I'm not. Yeah, www.
I have it. That's how I got to you.
Okay.
I have it.
.36districtcourt.org.
Thank you.
Okay. You're
And
welcome.
I just want to tell you, you're one of the nicest judges I've met so far. And I just have to reiterate that. You're one of the nicest ones I've met so far. Even though you're doing your job according to the system,
Yeah.
you're one of the nicest ones I've met so far. And I appreciate you for your kindness and your ability to do what you do because of the work that you do.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. I appreciate that. We just won't be able to move forward. You can think about it if you ever want to try to resurrect this.
So let me ask you a question. Are you saying that I have to put myself in your jurisdiction to move ahead?
Well, you're saying you're not this person. And so I don't want to impose that on you.
Well, yes, what I'm saying is
I know what you're
right. So what I'm saying is, in order for you to move ahead, you're saying that I have to put myself in your jurisdiction by saying that I understand what you're saying, and then you can move ahead because I have to put and in a sense, that's threat, duress, coercion, because this is what the officer did in the first place in order for me to be here in front of you.
No. So you're saying two kind of different things. And it's hard because I hear what you're saying, but it doesn't jive with the context of how we proceed on matters. So I'm trying to be respectful of what you're saying, but all I can do is say that Michael Eric Harris, I'm not talking about trust beneficiary or anything. Michael Eric Harris is not here. So I can't move ahead on that. So it's like I had to process it as if Michael Eric Harris, the person, is not here.
So let me ask this question. So are you saying that when a person paid 10% of the funds or fines or whatever, that y'all don't go into the trust and take the whole 100% out? Are you saying that? Are you saying that the judges and the courts don't go into the trust and take the whole 100% of the funds out from the 10% that was given from the whoever it was that was the litigants or whoever that was that's supposed to have been
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, there's not a trust per se that like the way you're talking. And let me just say, you don't have a bond. The court has not you. I'm going to say Michael Eric Harris on this. There's no bond. There's no bond. So there's no money right now. This is predisposition. there's no money that's been asked
Then
for
so-
the post.
Yeah, so where's the accuser then? How can we bring the accuser?
We're not at that point, but I can't get to that point. I can't even get to that point when you say I'm not the one. So,
Yeah.
I just can't get to that point.
Someone
not at
has
that
to
point.
assert the right.
There have been other quote unquote cases that we've gotten to that point at by me sharing the same information.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to do it the best way I can, Mr. Harris.
You would have to go to trial in order to face your accusers, because your accusers aren't notified to be here today, or not yours, but
The accuser, correct?
it would be the
Complaining
officer who wrote the ticket.
Complaining witness. I don't know,
Yes,
they-
it's Officer Richardson.
they
Yes,
resolve all types
he's
of.
under contract. He's under contract.
Okay,
I
All
sent in a contract, and he has not. He had 10 days to reply, and he's under contract, according to the postal rule.
all right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And you take care.
Y'all have a great day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. And that completes the morning docket. Thank you, everyone.
This fool doesn't even realize that the judge is about to mark him as a no-show and probably issue a warrant for his arrest.